bro. Because like,
maul
dude,
these
like,
people.
like people ask me like, what goes into your fight and like what's your mindset? I'm like, dude, I just go in there thinking like, I'm gonna fucking kill this person. Cause like my.
No sleep.
Time doesn't exist, there's more to what we see. Let's sit down, talk about it, let's just call it P.O.T, P.O.T, yeah. Let's call it P.O.T,
Yeah.
P.O.T, yeah. Let's call it P.O.T.
Yo, what's up, everyone?
Podcast.
What's up, P.O.T heads? I got a dope-ass episode for you guys. Today, I'm with a big fighter in the house. He's from the BFC 10. He's going to be fighting on that card, but I'm going to let him introduce himself real quick.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Matt the BearWolf Gawlik. I'm a heavyweight MMA fighter. I had my pro debut last month, and if you guys watch my fights, you know I like to give a finish. And excuse me, I never like to go a distance. So I always try to make the fights entertaining for my fans and for myself, and to motivate everyone that no matter who you are, where you come from, you can achieve anything.
Hey, yeah, man. I've seen those reels, man, and woo-wee, bro. Like it seems like you said, you really don't like to go the distance. I saw that rappelling match that you had. That was the last one you had, right?
Yeah, like you know, I was like waiting for a fight. My coach like, hey man, why don't you come try like a grappling match? And I'm like, all right, why not? And you know, I didn't know who I was grappling. I saw some Russian dude, and I'm like, you know how every fighter gets. We get nervous, and I'm like, man, like I don't know if I can do this. You know, get in my head, and then. You know, like before every fight, you know, I'm like telling myself like, all right, you got this. And as soon as my song starts playing, I just turn to like that different monster, man. And then I just go out there and just beat the shit out of people. And when I went in there, I just try and be aggressive and impose my will.
Are you big into like jiu-jitsu or?
So when I started fighting, like I did wrestling in high school for like 1 year. Then I did Muay Thai for a little bit, and then I started doing MMA. My coach says like some people understand grappling easier. Some people understand striking. For me, like grappling's a lot more fun.
Yeah.
But like I don't really like to do just either jiu-jitsu or wrestling. I try to mix it up. Like I try to wrestle like one of my favorite fighters, Khamzat Chimaev, where it's like I put that pressure on.
Okay.
And then when someone tries to make a mistake, that's why I put the sub in.
Yeah.
I don't like to try and be too flashy when I fight. I just try and go out there and just be aggressive.
Nice. Yeah, because, well, from what I saw, like, it seems like you're more of a striker, but...
The funny thing is I'm actually more of a grappler. It's just what I try and do is I show a lot of my striking or do it.
Yeah.
So then anyone I fight knows things like, oh, like he doesn't grapple, I'm going to go for a takedown. And then when they realize I can't even do that either, not like they're stuck. Because me trying to be like one of the best mixed martial artists ever is to be good at everything, not just like grappling or striking.
Yeah.
And also, striking is a lot more fun. Like knocking some dude out or hurting them and seeing like they're like, oh shit, like I'm in here with this dude. Like that's an amazing feeling.
Yeah, because, I mean, you're fighting big dudes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the heavyweights. You know, like if one dude lands a punch or a kick, it's like it's not like one of those where it's like, oh, you can just brush it off. It's like it can change the whole course of a fight. And the grappling wise is having a gigantic ass man laying on you for all those rounds is really tiring. And then when you get up, you're like, oh, I got no energy. And
yeah, because I've been doing a little bit of it, and like when they put me against a bigger guy, like just training and stuff, like oh man,
yeah,
like, I could imagine if you were a big ass dude, right? Like, what's your weight?
I'm like 240 right now.
240?
But like I've been wrestling this one dude at my gym. He's like 300 plus.
Whoa.
And I'm used to like I go to a gym with like a bunch of like smaller dudes, which is why like for a dude my size I'm very fast. So then like every once in a while like I get with some big guy, and I'm used to being the one like manhandling people in the gym or in the cage, and having like somewhere it's like I can't do that and I have to use my technique. It's like shit. And when that dude gets on top of me, it is a pain in the ass to get up.
I do notice that like you are really fast for your size.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I've always been a really like athletic person. Like ever since I was a kid, like I was just at like this one gym I trained at like a week ago, and the workout I had some kids doing was like box jumps. And I was like, shit, let's see how high I can jump. I had a 50-inch vertical.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you'll be dunking if you.
Yeah, pretty much. And like, like when I'm doing the sport, it's like like my teammates tell me it's like it's really great for a dude my size to be as athletic as I am, because it's gonna make me stand out. Because a lot of heavyweights are like these big dudes who throw sloppy punches, try and go for that one shot.
Yeah.
And it's like I want to be like a flyweight and a heavyweight. Like I want to have that great technique. I want to move fast and take no damage. And I want to impose my will. Like Tom Aspinall, the heavyweight champion right now, he's fast and he doesn't even move like most heavyweights. And my goal is to be faster and stronger than he is.
Yeah, because most heavyweights plant their feet a lot.
Yeah,
they plant and they work from there, move a little bit, plant, and like it seems like that you just move around. You're moving around. Like, do you work a lot on your footwork?
So funny thing is, recently I've been doing like a lot of jump roping, trying to like, stay light on my feet. And one of my buddies who I train with, amazing fighter by the way, Chris Johnson, he has probably some of the best footwork I've ever seen in any fighter. And one morning I was coming to the gym. I'm like, man, I'm trying to think of like some new stuff to learn. And I'm just doing his footwork drills. And, some of it, we literally just listen to music, we dance around. But I'm always just bouncing on my feet. Like for like 15 minutes in the morning before like, I do any striking or grappling, I'm just bouncing on my feet, moving around, being relaxed. And it's helped so much that like, now, like, even when I go with, like, guys like his size, they try and throw a punch at me. Like, I can bob and weave. And it's just an amazing feeling because, the worst feeling in a fight is when you feel, like, tired and you feel stuck and you feel, like, heavy-footed and some guy's throwing at you and you're, like, your mind telling you, like, get out of the way, but, like, you can't. So what I'm trying to do is, like, if I go against a big dude and let's say he throws, like, a head kick or a punch at me, I want to be able to get out of the way and just tire him out because my – will on fighting is when I go in there, I want to make the dude suffer. Like win, lose, I'm gonna make him suffer, and like no matter what he's gonna do, like even like let's say like he gets one round of me, then he's gonna be tired the next round. I'm gonna come after him and I'm gonna beat him up until he looks at himself and is like, why am I in here?
Right.
Like that's the will I try and pose, and the way I have to do that is to be different than any other heavyweight, and that's a lot of footwork, like working a lot of combos. Because you look at a lot of the heavyweights right now, it's like they just, like I said, they just look for that one big punch.
Yeah.
They're slow. They rely too much on their power, and I want to be different.
Yeah, well, it does seem like, because it does seem like you're pretty light on your feet, like sort of like Tyson Fury, like, you know what I'm saying? Because he has that footwork where, like, he's moving out of their way before they even throw the punch. And, like, what do you do to, like, work on your gas? Like,
I just do tons of rounds, and mainly a key trick, and I didn't really realize this until like I've been doing it, is I just go with a lot of smaller dudes. Like most of the guys I train with are like smaller than me. I train with guys like from like 125 pounds to 185 pounds.
Damn.
So like I'm having to wrestle those dudes. I'm having to keep up with their pace, because like I can hold someone down, but like let's say if they stop a takedown, I pull out the energy. It's like I'm moving at that pace. So going with the lighter dude and just moving, like when you get them on the ground, they're not just going to be like a big dude and just sit there. They're going to be constantly moving their feet and then trying to get up and just having to keep that pace. And I'll go with those dudes for like, 10 rounds or so.
Damn.
And also it's like, it's a mental thing. Because like one thing I learned is like whatever you say to yourself is exactly what you're going to think. So like when I go with like those fast dudes and I see they're tired, like I know I'm tired, but what I do is I pick myself up and I walk up to them. I'm like, hey, let's go. And then that tricks my mind to be like, all right, you're not tired, because look at them. They're tired. You might be, but you're the one pushing the pace.
But yeah, it is actually it is that though, right? Like,
yeah,
because the power of one's mind is what gets you where you want to get to.
Yeah,
right. Because if you're not strong in the head, like if you're not strong in the mind, you can't go inside the ring and fight someone.
No, that's the thing. Like a lot of fighters don't really talk about, but just being in a fight is one of the scariest experiences, because like I watched like what Tom Aspinall said. People ask like, "Oh, you're a fighter. Like, how are you scared to go in the ring?" It's like because there are weeks where you're like, "Man, I'm ready to fight," and then there are other weeks where you doubt yourself. You have a bad training session. You're like, "Man, am I really good?" Like my last fight, I was really nervous. I remember I was sitting in the car with my teammates, and they're like, "Man, are you happy?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just I'm like I'm about to go in a cage with another dude." And there's a chance that all my family and friends are going to see me, and it might not be the outcome I want. But, like, how I go into a fight is I just be like, man, win or lose, it's just I want to be the best I can be. And it's just that mindset of, like, saying, like a hero and a coward are the same. You know, they both have fear. The difference is the hero goes into the fear. So that's why I tell myself, is like, man, like even in my hardest fights, I just say to myself, you know, the fact that I just go in there and do something less than 1% of the world would even dream of doing or even attempt to do is what makes me love this stuff. Like, I'm not one of those people, like, I don't really care about being flashy. I don't like doing trash talk. Like, I'm one of those people where I'm trying to motivate not just myself but others, because you look at, like, everyone in the world, and there's a lot of people that have a bunch of dreams they want to achieve, but, you know, either they have negativity in themselves or from others. And I want to be an example of, like, hey, man, you know, I was a kid, you know, I was bullied when I was younger. Like, I was very socially awkward. You know, like, I had to have a lot of help from people. And I went from, like, a kid who, like, had a helper in school where they're saying, like, oh, like, you're going to have a hard time navigating life on your own, to, you know, being a 2-time heavyweight amateur champion. And, like, just that's what drives me to do this. And another thing is, like, when I'm in class now, like, I coach some people, and, like, the fact, like, I can make people smile and change their lives is also what motivates me to do this.
Yeah, that's dope. I mean, it is that though, right? Like being able to maintain one's mind and like focused.
Yeah.
You know, that focus of like either you're gonna let this fear get to you and like manage the fight or manage what you're doing. It doesn't even need to be a fight. It could just be a job interview or anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it is the power of the mind that's like really like decides what's gonna happen, right? Because if you have too much doubt in your mind, like, and you go in there like that, that's crazy. But so did you grow up like, you say you were bullied? Did you grow up like as a fighter after dealing with that?
No, so this is actually a funny story. Like, I'm like a really like chill, like sweet dude. Like my dad tells me, he's like, dude, like you were the last person anyone would think to be a fighter. Because when I was a kid, like I had sports. Like I did track, I did football, I did wrestling. I was always like that very quiet dude. Like I'm one of those guys where like I'm very emotional because I grew up in a house basically with just women. Like, you know, like my dad's around, you know, but like my parents divorced when I was younger, and I was with my mom most of my life. So, you know, I've always been like in touch with my emotions. But, like, you know, growing up, like I never really talked about my feelings with a lot of people. Like people would ask me, like, hey, you doing all right? And I would just be like, yeah, I'm fine. And just that anger just built up for years. And when I was in college, I was like, man, like I want to do something with sports. It's like I feel like in high school, like I did some stuff, but like I have so much more to give. I tried out for football, but I joined too late. And the coach is like, yeah, like, this isn't for you. And I'm like, man, like, what other sport could I do? And then my grandpa watched boxing one time, and I was like, man, like, this looks so cool. Like, why not give it a shot? So I started training. You know, I went to different gyms. And then, you know, one day I'm hitting the bag at night, and this guy I went to high school with and wrestled with, he's like, hey, man, why don't you come to my gym sometime and train with me? And, you know, like, I'm going there just to hit pads. And then, you know, like, I was hanging out with some people, and I told them I wanted to be a fighter, and they were all like, you know, like, like, you know, you're funny. Like they were playing along with it, but I can tell like they didn't believe me. So then the next day, there was a pro fighter there at the gym, and my coach asked me like, hey, why don't you wrestle him? And I just was imposing my will wrestle on. He's like, all right, you know, you got some potential, so let's fight. And I was, you know, training for my first fight. You know, my family, you know, families are like not supportive of it at first, and I just was like, just give me a chance. And I won my first fight in 24 seconds.
Damn, for real?
24 seconds.
Well, like knockout or?
Yeah, it's like TKO. Like I went in there, I hit the dude, and he tapped out from punches. And it's funny because like, you know, like I'm in the, you know, I'm like in the locker room, I'm like, fuck, man, like my family's here. Like I just convinced them like to come watch me. Like I really want to put on a show. And there's like me and 4 other guys were fighting that night. We ended up as a team going 5-0 that night.
Damn.
All 5 of us won. And, you know, like, then, like, my family's like, oh, you know, like, that happened, like, one time in my next fight. This is my fair one. It was the most nervous I've ever been for a fight. I remember I threw up right before my match, and I'm I'm having a panic attack. And, you know, my coach is like, dude, you need to chill out or, you know, you're going to lose. And then my one teammate, Chris, who's like, best hype man ever. He's like, Matt, do what you do best, man. Just go knock him out. And I remember I got a clean left hook. He was like slept out cold. It was just like, it was the greatest feeling. And like, you know, like I had but then
how far into fighting were you?
How far was? Oh man, like I've been training for like I started training December of 2022. My first fight was like September of 2023.
And that was your second one, or like?
I fought in December. That was my second one. So like, I've been fighting like every like 2 or 3 months, but like I was working like a bunch of jobs and stuff, so I didn't really start like training until like probably July. So like about 2 months of training, and well, every fighter doesn't talk about. Then like like the next year, I went through like I had some bad people in my life, and I had my first loss. Then I had another loss, and like most fighters don't talk about like losing, but when you lose a fight, like that's like when you really find out like if this is what you want. And I remember like I'm sitting there like, man, like I never thought I would lose. Like this is just a feeling unlike anything else. Then my next fight I won, and I had like my worst performance ever. I like in that time in life I was kind of bored of fighting, and I lost. And then I remember I was my family was like, man, maybe this isn't for you. You should go do something else. And I remember I looked at I was talking to my mom on the phone that day, and I was like, man, like just give me one more chance. Like I want to really show you guys like this is what I'm meant to do. So what I did is I really just secluded myself. I didn't talk to my family or my friends really for like 4 months. Like I canceled a trip with my grandma to Florida to train in the winter. And I remember like she'd be like send me photos of her like chilling at the beach when it's like 8 degrees, and I'm at home in sweaty clothes and it's like 20 degrees outside and it's like snowing, and I'm just telling myself it's all gonna be worth it. And then I won my first belt, and it's just like over the time it just really clicked in, because a lot of it is like I never was really confident in my skills, and after like winning that, and I won my second belt and I won my pro debut, and it's just like it's a journey.
Yeah, I mean, to get to somewhere, it's not as easy as just saying it. You know what I'm saying? I can't just be like, man, tomorrow I'm gonna go get me a belt. Like it's not that easy. It always takes like a lot of will and power to want to do those things.
Especially, yeah. And the crazy thing is, man, is like all my losses, like I've never lost like a regular match. It's always been title fights. So I've lost like I should have like 5 belts, but I just have 2. My coach will remind me that sometimes in training just to like motivate me. He'll be like, man, you should have more belts. And I'm like, I know. And that's why I just keep working out every day and just trying to get better. But, and like, like the greatest thing is not just like fighting I ground bad. It's just helped me so much as a person. Like I don't get angry about stuff anymore. I'm much calmer. I have the greatest friends I've ever asked for, and it's my teammates. Like I don't really talk to anyone else outside of like the
fighting.
The gym. Yeah. Like all my friends are pretty much my teammates. It got me a lot closer with like my family, like showing them like, man, like I really can do this. I remember like when I told my dad I was fine, he's like, hell no, like you are absolutely not doing that. And now like he brags to his friends at work all the time, and he's like, dude, my son's a beast. He's like, what the hell, like. Because I remember I told him like before I started, I was like, I'm gonna be a professional athlete, and he's like, we'll see. Right. And now like I am. And it's just like not just the fact of like saying I am, because like I'm not like a cocky person. I don't like to really brag about that stuff, but I just like the accomplishment that like when I set a goal in mind, I actually accomplished it.
I mean, it is good to be at least happy and aware of your accomplishments, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like because you work for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like because that's why like losing is also like important. Mm-hmm. Because it could inflate one's ego if you don't, because you have to go through that at some point.
Yeah, dude. Like fighting is the most humbling sport on the planet. I remember my first week at that gym, I was sparring this pro, and he's not there anymore, but he ended up like knocking me out cold. Oh, first week I was there, and like everyone's like, oh, like I'm never gonna come back, and I said, hell no. I've had weeks in the gym where I do the best, and I've had weeks where I got my literal ass kicked. But I told myself, it's like, I'm never going to quit. No matter if I have the greatest workout in the world or like the absolute worst and I just suck at everything, I just keep coming the next day. Like, before my pro debut, I actually injured my rib. I was wrestling some Greco state champ, and like my rib popped out.
Oh, damn.
For 2 weeks, like, and this is crazy. This is how I know I love this sport. Is I was just so pissed off because like I would come to gym and like I tried to push through it. Like you feeling like you're getting stabbed in the gut constantly, and you're trying to throw a punch, and it sucked because I'm just like, man, like I want to get better, but I'm glad that like it happened because it taught me like, all right, like you can't just rely on strength, because like I would still be wrestling dudes with my popped out rib, but I was using like technique and they still couldn't get me, and it made me realize like, man, like this is what I'm meant to do. Like I really love the sport, and my rib finally healed like the day before my fight. And then, of course, in the fight, the dude needed me in the exact place I hurt.
Damn,
So then
that's
for
fucked
another
up.
2 weeks, I'm just sitting at home, and I'm like, shit, like I have to deal with it. It's fine now, but it pokes out every once in a while.
Like how long does it take for you to usually like in between fights to like recover or
Honestly, I'm literally like my every fight. Usually, I'm in the gym like the next day. Like
Oh, shit.
I would come Sunday. Like after I won my first belt, I literally was in the gym on Monday because I the hardest part for me in life is not like being in the workouts, it's being away from it, because the gym for me is not just like a place to train, it's like a sanctuary, because us fighters, man, like we got some of us are messed up in the head, like we don't a lot of us fight because we don't fit into society. Like for me, like I've never really felt like I belong, so like when I have ever gone through something like physically or mentally challenging, like I just go straight to the gym because like it's like my happy place. I have no stress there. I don't think of like anything else going on in my life, and my friends like get me. Like I had to talk with one of my teammates the other day, and we were just saying like, man, like like we're just they're unique people, and
well,
like
yeah, because exercise is like the best fucking way to deal with fucking stress.
and depression.
If
yeah,
you're going
dude.
through some stress or some bullshit and you go
Yeah.
through a crazy ass fucking workout or you go do some wrestling or some bullshit, like when you get out of there, you feel like,
And it's like you never meet someone that's like angry or pissed off themselves after a workout. Like they're always happy because like even if it's like the shittiest workout, at least you accomplish something. Like doing
Yeah.
doing a shitty workout is better than not doing something at all.
right, because you showed up
Yeah.
regardless of whatever's going on. The fact that you showed up, it just says a lot.
Yeah. And like I'm not like and some people ask me like, do you recover? Like I'm one of those people where like I will train in like the worst case scenarios. Like I remember I had the flu really bad one time, and I remember like the night before I had to wake up at 7 in the morning and do like these intense workouts. I remember I got 2 hours of sleep that night because I was like sick stomach. I was throwing up blood. Like I had
Damn.
I had nightmares of demons dragging me into a wall, like all
Oh,
like fever
shit.
dreams for like a whole week, and like I was getting 2 hours of sleep.
The fever dreams are fucking no joke,
Yeah,
right?
man.
Like sometimes they go fucking crazy.
Yeah, and I was like, and I'm like telling myself, I'm like, don't be a bitch, like just go into the gym. So what I did is I literally just would train my ass off, and I've developed a mindset where it's like, man, like the only time people can really get me is when I'm tired or I'm not mentally there, and that's why I love to be is because I'm like, man, if I can really just impose my will or push myself when I'm not 100%, then I'm 100%. This can be easy, but yeah, dude, like I will train through sickness. Like if I sprain my ankle, like today, like I would literally come to the gym like the next day and just do something. I'll wrestle on one foot, dude. Like that's like the mentality I have to have because like if I don't work out for a while, I start to get like just not like pissy, but like I get annoyed with people. I start to like just get in my head. Like exercise is like my drug of like relaxation. you
Right.
know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, it's so fucking, it's so relieving once you're out of there. Like me,
Yeah.
because I don't go often. I've only been going a few times, but like just getting myself there, I'm like, man, should I go to this? Should I not? I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah.
But once I'm there and I'm done with it, I feel so fucking good. You know?
Yeah, like the thing is like people, like the most people look at like successful people and be like, man, like they're there, like I'm jealous of them. I'm like, they went when they didn't feel like it. It's easy to do something in life, like when you feel like it, like especially going to the gym, man. If you feel 100%, you got like a full 8 hours of sleep, you ate a good meal, you're like, all right, let's do it. But if you're like tired or like let's say like you're just not mentally there, that's the best time to go, because if you can do something when you're not even like fully there, then like when you're fully there, it's easy.
Right.
That's the same with fighting. Like I've had fights where like, man, like I'm not mentally there. I'm going through something. Like last year, like I had, like not to get too much into detail, but like I had a really shitty relationship, and just I had all that negativity. But I just told myself, I'm like, man, like I don't care like who's negative in my life or what I have. Like no one is gonna screw up my fighting. So like no matter what, like if I'm not mentally there, I just go in there and just take my anger out on those people.
Well, like, but with that, it's like, how do you deal with like outside noise?
So You know, for me, it's like a lot of it was just self love. Because like my thing, my whole life is I always would blame myself for something. Even if people were like really mean to me, I would always tell myself like, man, like it's your fault. Like you have something to do with it. But the real discovery is like, you know, like one day, like I was sitting at home and I just thought of everything. I look at like, man, like it's not really my fault because like, you know, then I'd have days where people are mean to me. And like when I would go to the gym and I'd see like I'm helping people train, I'm motivating people. I'm like, hey man, you got this. Like I believe in you. Like much love to you. And it's realizing that like I never say like I'm a good person because like, you know, I've been mean to people in my past, but like I always say I have a good heart because at the end of the day, like even if I make a mistake, like I feel bad, like I'm really a caring person, and just accepting that like, you know, like I'm not perfect and realizing like I make mistakes, but in the end, like I try and be genuine to people. That's what really helped it a lot is because then like I took that negativity and just realized, you know, it has nothing to do with me. It's just on them. They're either unhappy I'm doing good or they just want to bring me down. That's like, man, like I have so much going for me. I have the greatest family I can ask for, the greatest friends. I have a career I'm doing. Like I'm on a podcast which I've never been for. It's like I have all this stuff to be thankful for. And it's like if you don't want to be in my life or you upset me, then go. It's like I'm not one of those people where like I beg people to stay in my life.
Right,
Like
because
I'll fight for it. I'll fight for people. Like if my friend's going through something, like I'll be like, hey man, like talk to me. Like I'm gonna fight for you. But if you decide just like, hey, I don't be your friend anymore, I'm not gonna shed a tear. I'll just be like, all right, cool. I got a lot of people who care about me.
right,
You know?
because a lot of one's accomplishments come from the people you like hang
Yeah.
around with, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and the fails, they're all yours.
Uh huh.
You know what You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, if I fail, it's all me. But if I'm accomplishing things, it's because I have the right people around me. I'm on the right path. I'm doing the right things. And like with you, you like, you know, you said young, getting bullied, and then little by little, you were like, you know what, I'm gonna find a way.
Yeah.
And you started getting like the right people around you, where you went to this gym, and now you're, you know.
Yeah. Like the hardest thing for me in my life is I always feel like I have to be perfect. Like when I like disappoint people I care about, like it hurts me deeply because like when I was younger, I made a mistake and associated that the only reason people love me or care about me is if I'm doing like good or I'm not making mistakes. So like like when I used to train, like if I had a really bad train day, I would be thinking like, man, like these guys don't want to train me anymore. They're gonna lose hope on me. Like people are gonna leave and stop talking to me. And that's like something I'm still like I've gotten a lot better over the years learning, but that was like the hardest thing is like the start of fighting is because like I would have my fight and I would win, and then I remember after my fight, my 24-second fight, I was sparring, and this dude like whooped my ass in the gym. My teammates were like, man, what the hell? And I was just so mad at myself. But what I do now is like when I get mad at myself, I use it just to make myself better. Like before my one title fight, I had like a really bad sparring session with this dude, and all my teammates, even like the guy I look up to the most, was like disappointed in me. So I did for the next day is for like the next 3 weeks, that same thing that I messed up on, I worked on every single day, like for like hours, and that's all I could think of. Like even when I'm at home, that's all I can think of, because I know that like the best way to get better is to just accept like, hey, like you are still learning, you're not perfect. There's gonna be off days, there's gonna be good days.
Yeah.
So like when I'm in the gym, I'm like, I'm gonna get better. Like I'll ask my teammates, I'm like, hey man, did I do good today? Did I do something wrong? But like I don't like rely on them. It's just like I always want feedback. I'll have my
Right,
coach be like, hey man, like you did awful on this day, and I'm just like, all right, because you know it's like I'm glad that, because I don't want like a team where it's like they're just gonna be yes people, where they're just gonna be like, oh, like you're doing good.
Yeah.
I want them to be like, hey man, like you fucking suck today, like
Because that doesn't help you at all. Like
No,
if
it
someone is
doesn't.
telling you, just gassing you up, hey man, you're doing well, but you're fucking up. You're not doing the right move. You're not throwing the hook right or whatever the fuck. And it doesn't help you because you're not realizing it.
yeah,
you know?
like my teammate Chris, like I'll just be sparring one day and like if I make a mistake, he'll be like, man, what the hell you doing, bro? He's like, come on, man, like you're better than this. He's like, you really think that's gonna, like, he'll be like real with me. And some people will be like, man, it's like her fault. I'm like, nah, dude, like, that's how it needs to be. Like, I don't like, that's what I try and be too. Like, I don't try and beat around the bush. Like, my teammate, he'll be like, hey, man, how I do? I'm like, dude, you need to fix this.
Yeah.
You know, because, like, and this is some experience too. It's like I've also cornered some, like, the guys I train with. And, you know, the hardest thing is, like, when, like, one of my teammates is, like, I had a teammate who got hurt really bad and he was in the hospital. And that shit, like, broke me down. I started crying because, like, you know, like, it's one thing like being a fighter, but like seeing your teammates fight and like if they get hurt really badly, it's just like there's another type of emotion to it.
Yeah.
Because you care, and it's like, man, like
you guys are connected. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And you know, and sometimes like you think like, man, like I should have pushed him harder in training. I should have said this, because like there were a couple of dudes where, like I know I could have pushed them harder in training, and like you know I wasn't like harsh with them enough, and you know it's one of those things that happens. But you know like that's another thing I love about fighting is I love to like my teammate, like when I had the grab match, he was the main event. And that's why I love to do. Like when I'm not fighting, like I love to corner people. I love to coach. Like after I'm done fighting, which. You know, like I'll fight until I'm 40, because like this is like something I love doing. I don't care if I'm like old. I'll be like, screw it, man. Just
How old are you now?
I'm 23.
23, damn.
No one ever believes my real age.
Did you grow up here in Chicago?
So I grew up. You know, I was born in Hinsdale. I lived in Elmhurst most of my life, and then, you know, I moved to Winfield. I live with my grandma. You know, like I help her around the house and stuff. You know, like I was going to college because. Funny thing, before being a fighter, I was going to school to be a therapist.
Oh, snap.
And then, like, I just realized, like, man, schools wasn't for me. And now, like, I'm a personal trainer. I work part-time security at a bar in Naperville. Like, so, like, you know, like, I like to try new things. Like, I want to have a job where I can help people.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, I love sports and I love working out. And it's like, if I can literally get paid to do the thing I love, then that's all I can really ask for in life.
I mean, as long as you point yourself to that position, right, you're gonna get there, because you're already doing it.
Yeah.
You're already getting there, man. Like it's just that sometimes the results that we want don't show as fast as we want them.
Yeah, that's the hard thing is like learn like, like patience, because like you know like there'll be times like I'm working on a move and I'm like, man, like how am I not getting this right? And it's like, man, like some shit just takes years to learn or months to learn, because like I always like you know I grew up in a generation like you know like with reels, like we always get stuff like instantly, that dopamine effect.
Yeah,
so like
yeah.
I always expect something like when I hang out with people and I'm trying to help them or something like mentally, I always expect them like, all right, after I talk to them once, they're gonna be cured. And it's like, no, it's not the case. And it's the same with like learning how to throw a jab correctly.
Yeah.
Because like you know like let's say I throw my jab correctly one day. It's like, nah, man, like you gotta like practice on it every day, and that's the thing I'm learning is just patience. You know, because like these fighters who are the best of the best, they practice those same moves for hours and hours.
That's
every
the
day.
difference between a regular person walking around and a
Yeah.
fighter. A fighter practice that one punch thousands and thousands of times.
Like there's one grappling move like I do. Like I remember my coach made me practice it for like 3 months straight, and you know it's just like that patience, and you know it's just I just love fighting, man. Like honestly, like to me, like it's just a way of life, and it's helped me with more confidence. Like you know, like as you can see, like I got like twitches, and you know, like one thing is I was always like embarrassed to like show people, but you know, as a fighter, it's like man, it's just you know, like learn about this shit. It's like it's a part of me.
Right.
Like everyone has like their own things, and like that's why fighting is so great, because you see people from all different kinds. Like you know, for me, man, like you know, like you know, like some fighters, like you know, they grew up in a very harsh life.
Right.
Like, they grew up uncomfortably, so they had the hunger to fight. Like for me, like you know, I didn't really have the hardest life. Like I grew up comfortable, like I had a loving family, but my motivation is like I don't have to fight. I could just go do something else and you know be comfortable and not really struggle. But it's like I want to embrace the struggle. I want to show people like, man, like I don't get everything handed in my life. Like I'm working my ass off. Like I'm in the gym twice a day. Like every day, I train Monday through Thursday in the morning and nighttime. I train Friday and Saturday, so I work out about like 11 to 12 times a week.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've said this before on the podcast, but like it's crazy that being comfortable is not always good.
Isn't that crazy? It's like
isn't that crazy, right? Like if you're sitting and you're chilling and you're just being real comfortable, it's not always a good thing.
No, it's uncomfortable.
You have to go. Yeah, you have to be uncomfortable. You have to go through these struggles. You have to go fucking put your hours in the gym, get your ass whooped, back forth, because if that's really what you're trying to do, when you're in that ring, it shows. Like I saw your fights, man. You really just take over. Just like
I
you
just
maul these. Like I could see why you're a BearWolf.
Yeah, bro. Because like,
maul
dude,
these
like,
people.
Like people ask me like, what goes into your fight and like what's in your mindset? I'm like, dude, I just go in there thinking like, I'm gonna fucking kill this person. Because like my teammate says like, dude, like he's like, you finish people. It's like, why the hell would you want to go the distance with some dude where you don't have to? And because like if you look at all like my losses, it was late all because like I was hesitant. I wasn't aggressive. All my wins are because like I pushed the pace. Doesn't mean like right away I'm gonna be like, hey, like I'm gonna throw out first punches. Like I'd be aggressive. Cause like it's crazy, man. Like when I like knock someone down, I do that ground and pound.
Yeah.
Like I remember, dude. My teammate drilled that shit with me for hours. Like I can throw like 60 punches in a row and I won't get tired. Like, I would do like
that one fight, the one fight that you had with the dude, was that a title fight where you were on the floor and you?
Yeah, just hit him. Yeah, dude. And then like, cause like I go on like the bag and I just do that shit for like 5 minutes straight and just hitting hard. And like I get like to like this emotional state. Like I got my nickname from like a Viking movie. Like I love the Viking culture and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And like those berserkers,
Yeah,
once
those
they get like
were-
that animal state,
They were
it's
fucking
like
crazy.
And that's the thing is like, I talk about this to people. Like I have like this like alter ego. Like I have like this beast in me, and like I kind of like I flip the switch. And I like people notice about me. Like when I go into a fight, like my eyes, like the soul in my eyes is gone, and like when I hit, it's like I'm thinking just hurt. So like when I knock someone on the ground, people are like, "Oh man, like like oh like like you knock him out." It's over. It's like no, dude, if I knock someone out cold, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna still hit him because I just have like that animalistic instinct, and I'm like, and my teammates like, dude, make it look as scary as possible. So I just practice that shit in the gym all the time. And when I'm hitting the dude, when I see the ref next to me, that's my cue. Like, oh, I'm gonna hit him hard. So I go bam, 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 and it just sounds like music to me. I'm just like hitting it and shit, and then like when I like stop, I'm just like, let's go, like.
Well, that's like the primal thing of like humans, right? Like, because
yeah,
when
we
like,
all have a violent side
like,
to us,
yeah.
and this is and like I get to embrace it because like I've always told myself like you got this violent side to you. And it's like I had to prove it. Like I just the high of like winning like a fight by TKO is just fun. So that's why like and like my teammates like man like you'll get far. Like he tells me every day I'm gonna be in the UFC just because I'm a different kind of heavyweight. And he's like, bro, you have all finishes. Like
Yeah.
he's like there's rarely a dude that has all finishes in his career. And the thing is like my last amateur fight I got a sub and like I'm cool with it, but like, I was pissed because I was like man like I really wanted to hit the dude, but like even when I sub people, like my favorite thing to do is like a short choke where like I'm squeezing my forearm into their chin. I'm like telling myself like if this dude doesn't tap, I'm gonna break his jaw.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Hamza when he broke dudes.
Yeah, like if this dude like tries to keep fighting, I'm gonna hurt him. Like I go in there like violent. I don't go in there like flash like oh I'm cocky. I go in there with a violent mindset. Like dude, you are locked in here with me.
Because
and
well, I
you're
mean, at
fucked.
the end of the day, we are
Yeah.
like animals, right?
Yeah,
We're
violent. Yeah,
humans, but
yeah.
we're just the most intelligent animal that walks around on Earth. And like I'm pretty sure when you're in the ring and you're about to like knock somebody out or something, that probably animal side comes out.
Dude, like I'm
see
like
it.
a whole different person. Like even my family looks at me like, dude, like you look scary as fuck. And like and the crazy thing is like I even do in the stare down, bro. Like when I stare at the person like in the stare line, I make sure I'm the last one to look away. Cause I'm like, dude, like you're in here with me. Like win or lose, I'm gonna make you suffer. Like that's the mindset I have going to every fight. Cause I don't be confident. Like I know, like no matter even if I'm better than the dude, like fighting is one of those sports where you could be 1,000 times worse than someone and still somehow win. So like when I stare at the dude, I look him straight in the eye, and like I've seen dudes like get scared like when they look at me. And I've seen dudes try and psych me out. Like I'll give them a fist bump and they'll shove my hand away. Like I'm not one of those dudes. Like I don't like to talk trash.
Right.
Like surprisingly. It looks fun, but I don't like to do it. I mean,
at the end of the day, we live in a physical world, right?
Yeah, because like like
talking just is half of the
Yeah.
not even half. Talking is just like 10% of what this life is. Everything is physical.
Yeah, because like I see his fighters like they're talking trash. And I'm like, that's cool, man. But like for me, like I have to be like Alex Pereira, bro. I like to just stare at the dude and just like look at him and be like,
scary as hell.
I try and be like him, bro. I try to be like, dude, like you're not gonna get any emotion on me. Like the last dude, like when I don't know, it's just crazy. Like when I like knock a dude down, like I start hitting on the ground pound. It's like my emotions like shut off. Like especially like I'll be nervous, and as soon as my walkout song starts playing, like
what's your song?
My walkout song, my favorite one was like I'm on a New Level by A$AP Rocky. Because like when I started playing, I was like, man, like I'm feeling the vibe. I'm like getting the emotion there, and like when I'm like hitting the dude. I don't know. I just like my mind just shuts off.
I could tell, bro. I could tell that you
It's
really.
it's like robotic.
Because
too,
right
bro.
now I could see, like when you were talking about it, I could almost see myself inside your body just hitting the dude,
I'm
like,
just yeah, like
just
it's
knocking
just,
his
it's just
ass.
amazing feeling, bro.
Aside from fighting, what other things do you like doing?
I like deep conversations, bro. I like playing video games, like being outdoors. I love the gym. I have a really boring life. Like I'm a fighter, but like I do pretty boring stuff. I see like you do freestyles here. Me and my teammate like freestyle rap every once in a
Oh
while.
yeah?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh
So,
damn!
sometimes
You're
I
gonna have
like
to jump on it then, right?
so sometimes I like to spit bars, like like man, like I'm training and I'm getting in the zone, gonna knock him out like a traffic cone. When I hit you with the punch, I'm breaking bones. Like, oh yeah, breaking bones. Like I like to do stuff like that pretty much. Like I like to I like to be entertaining and fun. But like like one thing I'm trying to learn is like like I've never really done podcasts, I've never really done interviews. Like I always get nervous, and I used to try and be like the guy where I'd be like Sean, I'm like, man, it doesn't sound like me. So like I like to be goofy. I just like to be serious. Like my next fight interview, I'm gonna be like Derek Lewis, and when they ask him some questions, I'm just gonna be like, shit, man, I just love to fight. It's that simple.
Yeah, Derek Lewis is funny as hell.
But yeah,
what do you think about that big ass asteroid that's coming to us? Everybody's talking about it might be aliens and shit.
Dude, who knows, man? Like I'm one of those people. Like I believe in a lot of conspiracy theories, man. Like like I believe like the government's shady. I believe that we're not really in control of everything. I do think aliens exist out there. I think there's a lot of stuff that's hidden the truth that none of us know about. It's like, dude, there's no way in this vast universe that we are the only people on this planet. Or like,
well, not only that, but like this dimension, the dimension that we're in right now, there's more to it, right? Like, I mean, it's basically, well, I've done psychedelics before.
Yeah.
And when you do that, like, you go into this other realm.
And like for one thing for me, bro, is like I'm a big belief in like paranormal. Like I just after my fight, I went to like this like haunted museum.
Oh shit!
And like, me, like man, like I was very skeptic. I was like, there probably might not be nothing, bro. And then I saw some things at that museum, bro. They said like, hey man, if you talk to this thing, it'll move, and they were like moving on its own.
Damn.
And there's like no vent, no strain. Like I do believe there's stuff out there, man. Like I had times where I remember I stayed over this one person's house, and they like lived in a very religious home. And I remember I woke up in the middle of the night, I saw like a tall, dark figure standing by the bathroom door.
Oh shit!
And I'm like looking, and it's just like staring at me. Like I made it out, and I woke up, and it's gone. Like I do believe there's stuff out there, man. Like for me, like I have really weird. That's the thing about me. I have really weird dreams, like stuff that I can't explain. Like I've had visions, bro. Like I do believe that there's a lot of there's stuff out there.
There's a lot of crazy things that exist that we're not aware of, right? Because our receptors can't see it or whatever. But like going back to the haunted stuff, like didn't that one guy die just handling that haunted doll?
Yeah, dude, and it was funny. They had a doll like that at the place, and apparently like it hated men, and it's just it was weird. But they had this one porcelain clown doll hanging by a string, and if you ask like a yes or no question, it'll turn a certain way. I remember it was standing like this. I'm like, "Are you a good spirit? Yes or no?" And I saw it just be like,
"Oh shit!"
And I was with like this girl at the time, like just hanging out there, and I asked them like, "Who do you like more, like me or her?" And just like slowly turned towards me, and it was staring at me.
Oh shit!
And like it would like stop, and then it would just move on its own. And it's like a heavy doll. It was just the freakiest thing. Like there was like a room where like all these satanic rituals, like you had to like, they say like do not leave without like putting holy water in you.
Yeah.
Like we weren't even allowed to take photos in there.
Damn.
Because
they're like, do you believe in God or?
Like I've never really been the biggest. Like I don't really say God. Like the way I say is like I say the world. Like I'm a very spiritual person. Like like. When I was younger, like I was more like an atheist type, but like over the years, like I've had experiences happen. Like I had some a couple months ago. Like I was driving like really late at night from a friend's house, and I fell asleep on the wheel for like 10 seconds, like 4 times on the highway, and I don't know what woke me up, and I'm still here. And just like, and then like certain things happening for reasons. Like me, like I remember when my first bout, I was like, man, like, I feel like the world is like, I feel like my losses were like because like the world or like God. In most people's sense was like, you're not ready for this yet. You don't deserve it yet. So when I won my belt, like I felt like my losses, like I always feel like, man, like I don't feel like the world wants me to win this yet. It doesn't feel ready. And I'm like, then I would have these feelings where it's like, yeah, like I'm ready, or like it wants me to, or like certain situations, like I've had people come to my life and I think like, man, like they're not here like to be with me forever, but they're here to teach me things. So like, you know, like
Exactly, yeah.
over the years, like I've become more spiritual. I'm not like I don't go to church, but like I do believe like there is like a higher
Power,
energy,
right?
yeah, a higher power, higher energy out there. Like for me, like I don't say God, like I say like the world, like the world wanted me to do this. The world wanted me to like be with these people. The world, like bro, like here's an example. Like there was one time I went to the gym this one day, and I usually never go to the gym like on like Fridays at night, but for some reason I wanted to go this one day, and there was a guy there that was hitting like the bag, and he was like going through something, and I was like, man, like I'm gonna talk to him, and he told me he was like kind of rough patch mentally. He wanted to be a fighter. And I was like, hey man, why don't you come to my gym? And he's about to fight at the end of this year, and it was just one of those experiences where like, man, like if I had not gone that day, you know, I would have never met. But like I don't know
Right.
what made me want to go that day. So sometimes like I'll have like this gut feeling where I'm like, man, like I'm supposed to do this or I shouldn't do this.
Right, yeah.
But it's just gotten stronger over the years, and I in my darkest moments, I do rely on it a lot more. And there are days like where I do pray. I'm like, God, like please, you know, like ask like why am I going through this? Or, like, you know, like help me get through this. And you know, it's like
Right.
it's the best answer I can give is like I'm spiritual.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, we all call it different things. Call it God, call it the source, the universe, whatever. But I think we all eventually come to meet that energy, and that
Oh,
energy
yeah.
could guide you. You know what I'm saying? If depending on your relationship with with God, or you know, the world or whatever. But like, which is crazy too, right? Because like you said, sometimes you feel like you don't even know why. You
Yeah,
do not know why, but
you
you're
just
like,
feel it.
I need to go to this spot, or I need to do this right now. It needs to be done right now. And if you do it, you get that one result that you weren't even expecting. Like,
That
holy
is true, bro.
shit.
Like I can't tell you, there were times where I'm like, man, like should I go to the gym today? Like I shouldn't go. Like there are times where like, man, like I'm like thinking like, man, like what should I do? What should I do this day? Should I like? There were days where like I'm staying inside. I'm like, man, like even if it's like crappy outside, I'm like, man, like I kind of want to go outside. Like they're like, you know, like on my rest days, like I take Sunday off, and there are times where like, man, like I kind of just want to stay inside, but like I have that feeling where it's like I think the world is telling me like go outside and take a walk, and end up being like the best thing for me, because then like, you know, like I learn some, like I try and learn like new things like every day, like you were asking me like what else, like I travel a lot, like with my grandma, like I'll go on a trip with her every once in a while, and like every trip I go on with her, like I learned something new. And like the last trip I went after my fight is when I really learned like you know, like at the end of the day, people will come and go in your life, and
Right.
kind of just to be patient, because I would used to try and rush things instead of letting them come naturally. And that's when I became like more spiritual or believer like in the world or God is like, I'm like, you know what, like I'm gonna trust that they have a plan for me.
Right. Trust
I'm
the
a-
process.
Yeah, I'm gonna, cause like, you know, like when I went through a lot of like a rough patch last year, I realized like the world was doing this for me so I could really learn. It can test me, because like, well, I'll tell people like life will be going good for me, and then the world or God is gonna throw a curveball, and it's like a test, because you know you're gonna have your off days, but the world's testing you, because it's like, man, like how are you gonna respond to it?
Yeah,
Like if you're
exactly.
doing so good and you have one bad day, are you gonna like crumble, or are you gonna
Right.
get back up? So like, you know, like I'll give an example. Like, you know, like last week I had like a really great training session. Like every day was like perfect. And the day like Monday when I trained again, I had a really bad training day. I made every single mistake possible, and I could have just been like, man, like I suck. This isn't for me. Or I did what I usually do is like I just come back the next day and I keep training.
Do you also like, do you have like a diet being a fighter? Because what weight do you have to fight this
So-
next fight?
So being a heavyweight, bro, we have the craziest like weight difference. Like our weight limit is anything from 206 to 265.
Oh shit.
And I weigh like around the 230s, 240s. I don't really have a specific diet, but like I try and eat a lot. I used to eat like shit. Like I used to go out to eat all the time. Like I remember one of my fights, dude. I was going to 7-Eleven and having like those Takis and Gushers. Like every day before training, but like not like I have like chicken and rice. I go to Chipotle a lot. Like that's like my favorite go-to place. I eat like an apple. I try and eat a lot of fruit. I do need to eat more vegetables, but like I usually just like to do like meat, fruits, and carbs. Cause like there are days, man, where like I've eaten like shit before training. Like some days like it'll be fine, but other days I'm like, man, I can need to fix it. But just the main thing is just staying hydrated. Like I don't eat sugary cereal. I don't like drink soda. I probably the unhealthiest thing I drink
Is that
is this. You know, but like I try and keep my thing is like I try and keep my diet clean. Like I try and eat like, you know, like I'll eat like grilled chicken. Like I love spicy food, so like anything like I have, like I like to add a lot of flavor, which is something because I want to learn how to cook. Because some of the reasons why I don't eat at home much is because like, man, there's not enough flavor in this food. So like, I'll dip stuff in hot sauce, bro. Like next summer I'm gonna grow my own Carolina Reaper peppers.
Oh, nice.
I love spicy. I will dump like a whole tub of hot sauce on something just to give it flavor.
Yeah, bro. Like something about spicy food, fucking.
It's
they
also,
say it helps your heart too.
It's also good for your metabolism because it like makes your metabolism work overtime.
Right.
But yeah, nah, dude. Like, I don't really have a special diet, but like, because the thing is, like, you know, like, one thing about being a heavyweight is I never have to deal with a weight cut. And seeing how much
that's a big gap, 205 to
265, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big
But
gap.
like, I never had to like deal with like a weight cut. That's saying like my teammates, like, you know, like they all having to cut weight, and there's me who's still feel like one time my teammate was so pissed off because he was like weigh-ins was the next day and he was like starving. He looked like on death's door, and then and we're like in a car and I'm being a jackass and eating like a bag of chips and I'm not being mindful how loud it is. And he's like, can you stop eating that stuff on here? And I'm like still eating the chip and like I'm drinking water, but like, you know, the bigger discipline for me now as a heavyweight is like I can eat whatever I want, but I have to be disciplined because like, you know, like when you're cutting weight, it's like you're automatically like restricted, like you can't eat anything. My discipline is like I have the ability to eat like shit. I have to just choose not to.
Right.
Because like my hardest thing is in the gas station, but like I'm a big like I like spicy foods, but I also love sour candy. Like, you know, like I was just at the gas station and I was like, man, like those like Sour Patch watermelon look so good. And I'm telling myself like, don't eat those, bro. So like I chew gum or I get some water and stuff. But like, that's just like the other discipline. It's just like making sure you're good. But like the problem is though, is like eating healthy is a good thing, but like I also have to get the amount of calories because being a big dude, like the healthy options might not give me the amount of calories. Like
you need a lot of protein.
Exactly. Or I eat. So like sometimes like I have to go out. Like I go to Chipotle a lot because that's how I can get like the amount of calories and the carbs I eat.
Right.
Because like my weight fluctuates, bro. Like I'll have days where like I'm 240. And other days I'm like 235, and it's all just on how much I eat or I drink water.
Yeah, I mean, it is true though, right? Like, because we really are what we eat.
That is true.
Because if I cut sugar from my shit like 10 years ago, man, I don't know sugar at all.
Damn.
Like maybe once in a while I have a pop, like a Canadian Dry or some bullshit, but I cut it out, man, because and I eat a lot of meat. You know, meat and shit. Like I just try to, you know, because it helps you stay younger too.
It's good with mental health. Like my dad's like big into nutrition stuff. He cut out like dairy, soy. Like he doesn't eat gluten. And I just learned a lot of the stuff with like him, like just flushing out toxins. Like one thing I do in the morning now is I eat a bunch of watermelon because like it like rehydrates you and all that.
Yeah, hydration is fucking important, man. Because I was talking to one of the fighters that's been here before, and he's like, yeah, there's to get rid of weight. Sometimes you gotta be water. You know, like damn, that's hard, you know.
And they have to drink like 1 to 2 gallons, and that's like one thing I'm glad about being heavyweight because like some people are like, man, like you're built like a 205, and I'm like, dude, don't say it to me. I don't ever want to cut weight, but like I respect a lot of the fighters for cutting weight because like when like my teammates have been in camp and stuff, I'm out fighting. Like I'm always a dude where like I'll carry the scale, like I go to the silent again. I'm like the personal Uber driver sometimes in my gym. Like I'm like the dude where like even like going to like the fights or weigh-ins, since like I'm the only dude that's at the cut weight, like I'll be the one driving pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's a crazy dude. Like I've seen some really bad weight cuts from my teammates, and I'm just like shit. Like I don't know how they do it. Like
I heard some dude died from doing the
because like
cutting.
it's just kidding. It's just as bad because like the hard part is like, thank God for that pound allowance because like the thing I learned is like it's those last 2 pounds is what gets you. Like if you have to weigh like 135, it's like you're stuck at like 138. It's like shit. Like at least you get that pound allowance, but like it's just like those last 2 pounds because it's like you're dehydrated. You literally have like nothing left in you, and it's like I've like seen people like pass out and stuff, or they look like just so diminished and just like they can't even talk because they're just like they're just miserable.
Because we need all that. Our body, I mean, with fighting, I guess I'm not an expert in it, to be honest, to say that I've been in the fighting, in there or whatever, so I wouldn't know. But just regular walking as a person, when I don't eat well, or when I do fast here and then, but like not enough to where I'm like passing out and shit,
Yeah, and as I don't know, man, it's just a crazy experience. Like, and it's like like they just look completely different. Like then when they rehydrate, like they'll gain like 12 pounds back. But like the problem with like weight cutting is like some dudes like have to because like if you're like a shorter dude, like my teammate, like he's not like on a shorter side, but like let's say if you're doing you're like 5'8", like you're gonna have to fight down weight cuts because you might fight dudes like above 6 foot and he's like has all that mass and shit.
Yeah,
that's, like,
it's already there.
Yeah, because some dudes who are like they're like, oh, like I naturally weigh 170. It's like, dude, you can't fight that because you're gonna fight dudes who are way bigger than you. So it's like you have to cut down that weight.
Right.
But then like you feel like shit doing that. It's like that's like the hard part. It's like some dudes have no choice because it's either like they cut the weight or they go against a dude who's like twice their size and can physically hurt them. And it's like just that choice. Like, man, like do I shed the pounds or do I take the chance?
Is this you fought for a beast mode before?
Yeah, that was where I made my pro debut and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I had like 3. And this is a funny thing that I learned is like I've had dudes cancel like fights before. Like I had one guy, then he got hurt, then the other guy was too old, and there's like the third guy, and it was funny because like short notice is like that can either be like a good thing or bad. Like I'm short notice, like I'm thinking like all right, like I've trained my ass off, I'm ready, but then like the other thought is like, man, like I don't know what this dude's like at all. Like I'm nervous. Like there's so much uncertainty because like with me, like most people like have a game plan going into a fight. I don't really have a game plan. I just go in there and just try and fight, which is a good thing because then like everyone I fight never really like knows what I'm gonna do.
Right.
But one thing like I want to talk about, the thing I also about fighting is like how like cool we are afterwards. Like I've had like some of the dudes I've fought, like we're like friends afterwards.
That's dope.
And that's like the camaraderie is like for me, like after a fight, I never have bad blood with anyone. Like I have one teammate that like like he just texted me yesterday. He's like, oh man, like I see life's going good for you, man. Like much love. And I do the same thing. Like one of the dudes, my teammate was fighting a card, and he was one of the dudes that beat me. And I gave him like a hug afterwards and stuff. And they like my posts and I do, and like that's just an amazing feeling that like and people think you fighters like, don't you guys hate you? It's like, nah, dude, it's a sport. And the fact that like after like you do like a hard war of like just blood, sweat, and tears, and you can dab up afterwards and talk about it.
That's how it is at the end of the day, right?
Yeah,
like,
it's just a sport.
Hey, we did our thing in the ring. The best man won, and now we can fucking move on and shit.
Yeah.
Like what weight are you planning on going into the fight? Or are you...
I'm gonna stay like around 237 to 240. Like my goal by the end of the year, like the farther I go as a pro, is to be in the 250s. Because every fight I've been in, I've been the smaller dude.
Whoa.
Like dead ass. I've there's not been one fight I've had like the last dude I fought.
I saw that you fought that big old dude. Like,
he was like he was 262 and I was 238.
Damn.
The heaviest I've ever been to for a fight was like 245, but the dude I fought down was like 250. Like the last, I just weighed in at 236 for my last fight, and the guy weighed 264. Damn. So every fight I've been the tallest one of every dude I fought, but like weight wise I've been the smallest. That's why I try not to grapple as much because like I know like that's one of my fears is like just getting tired having a dude like that laying you, and I don't have the energy to push him off.
But I guess it's always it's kind of like a good thing that you're usually taller than them too, right? Because I can use my range. Reach.
Yeah, it's just like, and then just like that's another thing where it comes into playing fast is because it's like, if that dude grabs me, because like one dude beat me, because like I weighed in at 218, and he was like 240, and all he did was like basically put his weight on me in the cage.
Oh shit.
And like after round one, like that was the only fight I've ever gone the distance for.
How long? How many rounds was that?
It was just 3 rounds.
Three
It was a
rounds?
champion. We thought it was gonna be a 5-round fight because it was a championship fight, but it was just 3 rounds.
Sorry, little technical difficulty, but
What was this? Oh yeah, like that's another thing
not
about me is
taking
like
damage.
I don't really take any damage. Like my first 2 fights, I only got hit like once or twice. My other loss, I barely got hit. I think like my 4th fight, that's when I probably got hit the most amount of times. And that one I got hit a decent amount just because I was tired. I was malnourished for that fight. I barely threw anything. But like in my last 3 fights, I've probably been hit like once or twice. Like my title fight, my first belt win, I got kicked twice and that was it. The next fight after that, I got hit like once or twice when he was on bomb. This one I probably got hit like I barely take any damage. Like my last 3 fights, and that's why I like to go for the finish is because like only does it not only make the fight not last as long, I don't get hurt as much. So, like I can keep fighting. It's like my coach would be like, all right, man, like you're fighting like a day or so. Like I fought on the 26th. He's like, all right, you're fighting a month away from now. You know, like I've taken a fight on 2-week notice. I remember one time I was working for my dad. I was eating sour skills. My coach was like, you're fighting in 2 weeks. Get ready. And I'm just like, oh, shit. But, I mean, I'll do it, bro. Like, I'm not really scared. Like, I'll fight anyone, dude. Like, even if I know it's a guy that has much more skill than me, I'm not going to really say no.
Right.
So I'm like, screw it. But, like, I love to fight. Like, this is, like, I want to be the best. I want to get far in the sport. I just want to see, like,
How far would you say you willing to go? Like,
My goal is to be a UFC heavyweight champion.
Nice.
And I'm going to do whatever I can to get there. I mean, you know, like, first I wanted to win a fight, an MMA fight. Then I wanted to win a belt. I got 2. I wanted to go pro, and now the next is just to get far. So, like, what I'm just going to keep doing is just keep fighting, keep getting finishes, and keep winning.
Hey,
And that's all I can do, bro, honestly.
let me say this real quick, bro. Like I could see that I could see it in your eyes, man, that you literally really are doing this for sure. Like you have like this intensity that I could tell that you're gonna get far, bro. Like,
I appreciate
you're
it,
gonna
man.
get far. I could for sure see that. Like,
And it means the world for me since you've interviewed a bunch of fighters and all that. So, like, it really means the world, like, coming from you. And, like, just to hear from, like, other people because, like, I just try and be myself. And I never want to put on a facade. I never try to act like I'm Barry Wells. Like, every person I meet, like, I tell them, like, dude, I might be a pro fighter, but you got your own shit going in your life. I just try and be myself.
and that comes through, bro. Like you like. The fact that you're so genuine, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and you're very composed too, like,
Yeah.
you know, which speaks a lot more too, because some fighters, that, you know, everybody has their own style, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, but like just the way you are, man, like meeting you and just be like, man, like you got your mind, you know, straight, like you know what you're doing, you really are.
The thing is I grew up in a very adult world, like a very young life. Like I was an only child for like 12 years. Like I was a therapist for a lot of friends I had. I actually got rid of a couple of friends recently. And it's just like learning. Like I've done a lot for a lot of people and never really got the same back. But like I never really expect people to do so. Like when I help someone, I'm not doing it to be like, oh, like Matt helped me so and so. I do it just because like I genuinely care and I want someone to be happy. And you're like also it's like. You know, like I took philosophy in college, and one thing they said is true power is like I'm a big dude. Like I have every way where I could just be, you know, a jackass. Not everyone could do anything about it. But like, the fact that like the power is like I'm still like a good person, and not like being mean. And also it's like I admit, man, like I'm not a perfect human being. Like there's so much like wrong about me. Like not like in a bad way, but like you know I have my faults. I've made tons of mistakes. I'm not like mentally there. I'm still learning. And it's the thing is like the smartest people and the best people in the world are the ones that admit that they're not perfect. That like the best advice. You notice the people who give the best advice are the ones who have gone through a decent amount, or the people that admit their faults. Like when I'm talking to someone, I don't act like like I'm better than them. Like I hate when I have to give examples to help someone. Like I hate bringing up myself. I hate receiving comments, bro. Like, if someone's like, "Oh man, you're a good person," I say, "Dude, I'm not. Like, I'm not a hero. Like, I'm just a dude who's trying to survive and just live the life the best he can. And if I can help just one person, like in my fights, if even just one dude like comes up to me and is like, "Hey man, like your fight was awesome, I'm happy for you." Like after my grab match, just one kid was like, come up to me, he's like, "Oh, high five." That means more to me than like all the money in the world, the fame. Like that shit doesn't matter to me. What matters is that I can help people and make a difference.
Like that, the actual connection you make with people. You know what I'm saying? That's like,
Bro.
That's really what matters at the long.
Because you never know, man. Like like even if you're famous, bro, like just like saying like hi to that one person, it might change your whole life again. Confidence, like me saying just like that kid watching me grapple and winning and just showing that heart might make him realize like, hey, like I want to be like him. Like I can do that stuff. That's why like no matter like how famous I get, like I don't really try and make new friends because I don't know who's gonna really be there for me or just like the fam. But like anyone I'm with, like if some dude like follows me on Instagram, is like, "Hey man, what's up? Like I'm proud of you." I'll always respond. I'll always be like, "Hell yeah, bro! Like much love." I ask how you doing. Like I treat everyone the same. Like whether if you literally are like a fast food worker or a pro athlete, to me, you are a human being. You're not defined by your title or your past or you've been through. You are defined by how you treat people and how you act as a human being. So like if like I'm a pro fighter and I'm hanging with some dude who does like a basic 9-to-5 job, I still will give him all love in the world because it's like, man, you're out there working your ass off. You probably have a family to support. Like, you're doing something amazing too, but like, don't ever think like you're less than me just because I'm doing something different.
Right. That's 100%, bro. That's 100% for sure. Like, but hey, look, I've been having like a great time meeting you, man.
You too, bro.
Like getting to know you and shit. Like I've seen some of your stuff on Instagram, I've been seeing you like do your thing. I saw that last grappling thing and I was like, damn, that motherfucker, you really maul people and shit. Like,
bro.
But I made a reel from the stuff you sent me. Yeah. And so we're gonna check that out real quick.
Hell yeah, bro.
You got a message for the people or for the fight coming up? I set this up.
Yeah, I do. The message I want to say, and to all you guys that watch this, is I love every single one of you. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for you guys. And I hope that every one of you that has a dream, please go chase it. No matter if people are down you, yourself is down you. Like, you deserve all the love in the world. You are all great, amazing human beings, and you are all destined for greatness, and you all are special. So much love to every single one of you guys. And I hope that my fights are not just entertaining, but they motivate you. That's all I have to say. Much love.
That's dope. And we're going to check this reel out that I made for him. So hopefully y'all like it.
Hungry.
And let's go.
I need to get to the money. No sleep, I'm hungry. No sleeping, no sleeping, no sleep, I'm hungry. I need to get to the money. No sleep, I'm hungry. No sleeping, no sleeping. No excuses, I'll never stop. Get the early bread like a coffee shop. I swear to God, they can cause no harm. When the hunger is my alarm, tunnel vision with the full invasion. When the pressure give me motivation, I'm running business like Dandalay. Take a few shots and a fade away. Yeah, I ain't sitting till I make a million. Me take a break, now you something silly. I get a feeling I'm racing the ceiling, so they in the feelings when they see me win. I'm getting mine working overtime. Go past the line when I bet on live. Business is slow, I put more effort. So fuck luck, I got work ethic. No sleep, I'm hungry. I need to get to the money. No sleep, I'm hungry. No sleeping, no sleeping. No sleep, I'm hungry. I need to get to the money. No sleep, I'm hungry. No sleeping, no sleeping. Yeah. Man, I ain't going to sleep. I'ma work all night, fuck it. Yeah. Ain't no quitting over here, bro. Let's get it. No sleep. Sleep.
Yeah.
That was awesome, bro.
So, man, it's been fun, like, having you, bro, like, for
Hell
real.
yeah, bro. I love this.
Getting to learn more about you, getting in depth, like, to, like, be in your mind, like, for real, that was dope as hell. Before every podcast ends, I always do, like, a freestyle. if you say you rap yourself, if you want to jump, on it, do something at the beginning, and I'll finish it off, and that's how we're gonna end the podcast.
Hell yeah, bro, let's do it.
All right, well, here we go.
Hey, man, I got a new experience being on the podcast. Trying to live a new life and not think about the past. Yeah, my fights are really quick, so they never last. Hey, yeah, that every fight is gonna be a test. After every win, I know I'm the best. Like a legend from the Wild Wild West. Gonna have a really good fight. Gonna make him go night night. I promise I'm an animal, but I don't bite. Hey. 1, 2, 3. I know that you wanna be like me. And when you watch me, there's gonna be a knockout, you will see. Tryna make this rhyme, not doing the time. Oh man, I hope I don't mess up and make it a crime. The best coin is not a penny, it is a dime. And I like my chips with a hint of lime. Baby girl, please be mine. Hey, I'm getting so fine. Hey, sipping that wine. After I'm done with this podcast, gonna go eat and dine. Hey, I make a fight every rumble. And after the fight, you gonna be humble. Hey, when you step in the cage with me, you're gonna be in trouble. Alright, up to you.
Yeah, that was dope, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, check it. Yeah. Check it out. Yo, my boy about to knock you out. Cause the BearWolf is on the prowl. Better watch out, man, I'm on the hunt. Make the touchdown, hit that punt. You know what up, man, you know what's up. You don't wanna get another motherfucking knock in your head. My boy about to knock 'em dead. Hey, BF10, do this shit we in. We about to go to the fucking win. And then we about to go to Indiana. Fucking go smoke this honor. Ayy, my boy got a lot of honor. Do this shit, yo, he's probably like Connor. About to go fire on the UFC. Fucking gotta do this shit with me. Then he went and he jumped on the beat. Then he killed it too. And now he's about to feast. Yeah, you better be quick on your feet if you wanna go against him. And then you'll see defeat. Fuck it. Yo, I hope you get everything done in your bucket. Yeah, he came to the P.O.T. Now he about to knock this out the motherfucking park, yo. Thank you for being on the show.
Hell yeah.
Thank y'all for fucking tuning in. See y'all on the next one, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Y'all?
Thank you for being here, bro.
Yeah,
You want to
love.
give them your Instagram and all that?
All right, same with my Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. It is at BearWolfVK. When you watch my story, you will see a bunch of motivational stuff and my fight clips. And, you know, I'm just a very simple dude, but I'm pretty funny, and I try to make life entertaining for everyone, help people. So if you're interested in that, it's at BearWolfVK. Much love, y'all. Hope I get a follow.
Yeah, man. Go check them out. Also, go check out that fight coming up September 20th, the BFC 10. And it's coming up soon. And thank you all for tuning in. And matter of fact, everybody spread love, but most of all, love each other, y'all. Let's go.
Hell yeah, bro.
Peace.